Yo, what is good, guys? Welcome back to another Haikyu video. And I know a lot of people have this question: do I continue to invest in Nishinoya or do I wait for Yaku? That essentially leads to the question: who's better, Nishinoya or Yaku, and why? So in today's video, that's exactly what we're going to talk about. Real quick, for the people who just want to know the answer immediately, here's the timestamp. But for the people who want to know the reasoning behind it, let's get into it. So starting off with Yaku first, we have his stats here, with his lowest being quick attack. Heading to his skills, I know it looks a little weird, but bear with me. Defensive key, no cooldown. When Yaku is on the court and his team's receiving result is not bad, Yaku's receive and cover will increase by so on, so on, and so on, up to 5 stacks. Reliable defense, no cooldown. When Yaku is on the court, the power of quick attacks by allied quick attack members on the court increases by the members' quick attack times so on, so on, and so on. Super Libero, no cooldown. It increases Yaku's receive by so on, so on, and so on. If the receive result is normal, it will change to perfect. Perfect receive, cooldown 8. Yaku performs a receive with the power of receive times 240% and so on, so on, and so on. So knowing all his skills, you can clearly tell he has very good skills. Defensive key, as long as the receive is not bad, his receive and cover will increase by 3%. And if you have the max level, it increases by 25% with the 5 stacks included. So as long as there's no bad receive, which is very possible, and it happens frequently, Yaku will get this buff. And it's very huge for the team's receiving power. For reliable defense, as long as there's quick attackers on your side, Yaku will essentially give them a quick attack boost by 8%, and depending on the level, it could be 12%. Very good for your quick attack members. He got Super Libero, which is my favorite move that he has, because if his receive result is normal, it will automatically change to perfect. And he already gets receive boost by 11%, and depending on the level, it's 15%. So no matter what, if the receive result is normal, it would change to perfect. But if it's bad, it won't change to perfect nor normal. And for perfect receive, it's just a basic receive ult. He just performs a receive with a power of receive times 240%, and depending on the level, is 300%. So Yaku is very good. But let's head to a skill res if you want to invest in him long term. Again, only gonna go for the important ones. Skill res 2, perfect receive, additional effect. The receive's power is increased by additional receive times 20%. So his skill res 2 is obviously very good because it gives an extra receive times 20%. But it's honestly not needed. Yes, it will make him better, but that's essentially for every other character. And he's a type of player where you don't actually have to invest in dupes. Heading to skill res 5, when the opponent reaches the match point, Yaku's receive and cover increases by 10%. Skill res 5 is almost as similar as skill res 2, it's just the fact that skill res 5 needs to be set under a certain condition. So nonetheless, as I already said, you don't need these skill reses unless you fully want to invest into Yaku. So if you don't want to waste a lot of your tickets or just diamonds, just stick with skill res 2 or don't get any of them at all. Now we're on to Nishinoya, with his lowest being quick attack 232, but it doesn't matter to both Yaku and Nishinoya. His skill, Guardian, no cooldown. If Nishinoya's cover is not a bad one, the power of the first power hit skill used by the power hit member after the player occurs will be increased by the member's power hit times 15% and so on. Best Libero, cooldown 6. Nishinoya will cover the power of cover times 120% and so on. Encouragement of members, no cooldown. When Nishinoya participates, team morale increases by 15% and so on. Rolling Thunder, cooldown 8. Nishinoya consumes an additional 20 stamina and performs a receive with a power of receive times 220% and so on. If the receive result is not bad, the cooldown of the first power hit skill after this play is reduced by 6 times the ball goes over the net. For his Guardian skill, as long as it's not a bad receive, the power spiker's power will increase by power hit times 50%, and depending on the level, 20%, which is very good because, as I said, most of the time you won't get bad play. It does happen, but you also see normal and above too. So just like Yaku, they both have a skill that requires cover / receive to not be bad. For best Libero, it's just a basic cover and it will increase by 120%. For encouragement for members, it's pretty good if you're combining him with Bokuro or anyone else who needs a morale boost. So Nishinoya gives the team morale increase by 50%, and when it's level 3, 25%. So it's a very huge morale increase, and combining it with the right players, he could be very essential for the team. And the move that's almost as similar to Asahi's, he consumes 20 stamina to perform a receive with a power of receive times 220%, and depending on the level, 280%. But if the receive result is not bad, your spiker's power hit skill will be reduced by 6 times the ball goes over the net, meaning he'll get his skill back quicker. So heading straight to a skill res, and it's a skill res that you essentially need for Nishinoya, which is skill res 2. Rolling Thunder, additional changes. Stamina consumed when activated reduced to 10. Rolling Thunder additional effect. The attacks received power is increased by receive times 10%. So straight off the bat, as soon as you get skill res 2, you get an increase in receive by 10%. And his Rolling Thunder that used to cost 20. And that means he won't be as bad as Asahi. Because Asahi literally breaks his back trying to hit this one spike. But Nishinoya claps back. So skill res 2 is the most important skill res you could get. If you are looking to invest in Nishinoya and not Yaku, just get skill res 2. It's pretty free to play to get it because it's by purple tickets. And it makes him 10 times better. And for his skill res 5, Nishinoya's first receive and cover power in each set is increased. Receive power is increased by receive times 30%, and cover power is increased by cover times 30%. This play is guaranteed to be at least normal. So essentially, his first receive is at least guaranteed to be normal or perfect, and his receives and cover will be increased by 30%. But just like Yaku, it is a pretty good skill res 5, but if you don't want to invest in so much purple tickets, it's not needed. The one you need to get should be skill res 2 if you are looking to invest into dupes. Now, after dragging the video for so long, so Yaku is better due to his consistency as long as the receive is not bad, and if he's mainly played in a quick attack team. Again, this game in the future will require more team lineups, so having both Nishinoya and Yaku will essentially just be essential. Nishinoya for his power based skills because he likes to enhance power hits, and for Yaku, even though it's just one quick attack skill, it's still beneficial for quick attack members. Plus, he could most likely guarantee perfect, especially when he's with Kenma, because Kenma could help enhance that, and most of the receives will essentially not be bad and just be normal to perfect, which is very good for the team. And stating for even Nishinoya's and Yaku skill res 2, you would actually want Nishinoya's skill res 2 so he can at least be better and so that he doesn't get subbed out so early. While Yaku, he doesn't actually need any dupes unless you want to fully invest into the Nekoma or just purely a team that you really like. I'm not saying Nishinoya is bad. Again, keep this in mind, we will need more than one team in the future, so having Nishinoya and having Yaku is very good. It's just a matter of preference and if you're looking deep into the team future of the game. But yes, I personally think it's very good to invest in Yaku, but you don't have to. I'm not gonna force you. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully I made it easy to understand. Please let me know in the comments what I should fix when explaining, what I should add. Maybe I should explain other stuff more clearly or better. Please let me know. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.